Exciting.
Lovely.
There we go. Take it away, ladies. I'm going to mute myself and yeah.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. So nice to see you. And welcome, Christine. And thank you so much for doing this for us. We're all very excited. And just to introduce Christine to you all. So Christine is a personal stylist who shows women like you the colors and styles that work with your skin tone and body shape. Chris has been working with clothes and fabrics most of her life, and styling women is one of her specialities. She instinctively knows what works and what doesn't. This week, Chris is going to be showing you how online color analysis works and the style secrets that are never talked about.
Ooh.
This definitely doesn't work. I know that. I'm just in my comfy, ugly jumper.
And there's nothing wrong with being in a comfy, ugly jumper.
Thank you.
A little bit about me. I have been working with fabrics all my life. Well, all my adult life anyway. I designed and made clothes, and I have done for a long, long time. And eventually over the years, you pick things up and you realize just what a difference putting a woman in the right colors and styles for her skin tone and body shape, what a difference it makes. And all of a sudden that woman gains another 4 or 5 inches in height, and they have this stupid grin on the face because they know that they look, and not only that, but they feel amazing. So that's what I do in a nutshell. I've been doing it now for, let's not count the years, but quite a few years now. And obviously since lockdown, it was changed. I changed the way I worked. So I now do everything online, which is amazing. It works a treat. And I shall be showing you a little bit of how I work online. But I'm going to be showing you, if I can share my screen. Now, fingers crossed, all this tech works as we want it to work. So there we go. So I presume everybody can see the screen. Yeah, everybody okay, right? So when I do color analysis, I divide the colors into 4 seasons: winter, summer, autumn, and spring. Now the put into those seasons mainly because the colors describe the season. It's nothing to do with when you were born, your age, or anything like that. It's the colors are just put in groups. So you can see how different these colors are. The winter and the autumn colors are strong and bold, whereas the summer and spring colors are a little bit lighter and a little bit softer, really, although the spring colors are brighter than the autumn colors. So if we have a look at the winter colors, and this is the full spectrum of the winter colors. If you think of jewel colors that you would see on a crisp winter's day, the bright blue sky, the snow, the dark colors of the trees against the snow and the sky, the frost, how it twinkles, the white. So that is the winter colors. Think of sapphires, emeralds, how they're all bright and vibrant. Now, the summer colors are still cool toned like the winter ones, but they're much softer. Think of a British summer rather than a European summer. So the colors are much softer. Think of watercolors, think of watercolor paintings, how the colors are quite muted, they're quite soft, they're quite gentle. But yet they all work together. And once you know what season you are, whatever's in your wardrobe will work with everything else. And it makes shopping so much easier because you know what to avoid. It makes getting dressed in the morning so much easier because you know everything works with everything else. The autumn colors. Now, we've seen all these colors on autumnal days. All the leaves of the trees have been in all these colors. And I think, some trees have the full spectrum there of all the colors, and they're warm, they're cool toned colors. So they're much warmer than the winter and summer colors. They're much more, you think of maybe the fire, it's just the warmth coming through there. And again, there are a gorgeous range of colours. Now the spring colours are brighter. They still have a warm undertone, so they are yellow or gold based, but they are much brighter than the autumn colours. I'm sure you can see that, how they're much more vibrant. But again, like with all the other colours within that season, all those colours will work together and they look fabulous. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that you wear all those colours at once. And I wouldn't suggest that you would perhaps wear the yellows or the golds from top to toe, but whether you use them as an accessory and a highlighting colour, or whether you use them for a pop of colour underneath a dark suit, for instance, they work a treat. Now, a lot of women think that they can wear black, and black is slimming, it's forgiving, but it doesn't work for everybody. It does work for some people, but not for everybody. And I'm just going to show you now briefly how I do a colour analysis and why black doesn't always work. Now we have here one of our famous actresses, Dame Judy, wonderful woman. I'm sure we all love her. This is how I do a colour analysis. I take somebody's photograph and I then put it on blocks of colour. Now, obviously, I'm not doing a full colour analysis tonight because I'd bore you all silly. But I've picked a couple of colours for you to see how black doesn't always work. Now I've put Dame Judy, her photograph, in these two blocks of colours. Now we've got the black and then we've got the bluey grey. Now, can you see which colour suits her best? Can you see which one?
I would say black, but
you say the black?
I would say the blue.
If you look at the black, how the black emphasizes the lines around her face, around her eyes, it emphasizes her marionette lines here, and also the little bit of the darkness in the corners of her eyes. Whereas when you see her in the grey blue, look how those eyes pop. They look absolutely stunning. It brings out the colour in her cheeks. It's not quite so draining. Now, I couldn't find a photograph of Dame Judy without makeup. So she is wearing makeup here. If I'm doing a colour analysis on a client, they wouldn't be wearing, I would ask them not to wear makeup. And I would ask them to send me a selfie without makeup. I need to see the skin tone against the colours. But definitely there, she does look much better, much brighter, much healthier in the blue grey than the black. The black is too harsh, it's too severe. So if I normally what I would do on a colour analysis, we'd go through 30 or 40 different colours, and obviously I'm not going to be doing that tonight. But I've put her here against the summer palette, the summer colours, the softer colours, those colours that you'd see are watercolours, water paint colours. And you can see how they're soft and how they work with a skin tone and how they bring out the colour of her eyes. They're not overpowering. When we talk about clients, and I'm talking about women and men wearing particular colours, we want the person to be seen and not the garment. At the end of the day, you want people to see your face. You want people to see you. And I'm sure you've all worn something and somebody stopped you and said, "You all right? You look a little bit tired." And I can guarantee more likely than not, it's because you're wearing the wrong colour. In the same way, you can wear another colour and somebody will say, "Why, have you lost weight? You look absolutely amazing. Have you been on holiday?" And it's all down to the colour that you're wearing. It can make that much of a difference. So now I know they're photoshopped. I know she's wearing makeup, but these are the colours that Dame Judy, I would put Dame Judy in. And doesn't she look fabulous? Look at her eyes, how they sparkle, how these colours bring out her eyes. Now, like I say, I do know the photographs are photoshopped, probably. and you know, it's on the front of a magazine, but that she does look absolutely amazing. Now, I've also picked somebody else just to show you the difference here, and I've got Julia Roberts again. I get another amazing actress, amazing woman. Now you can see, looking at these two women, how the skin tones look straight away. They look so different. There's Dame Judy with those bright blue piercing eyes, and there's Julia Roberts with those gorgeous warm brown eyes. I mean, they both look absolutely fabulous. But again, Julia Roberts can't wear black either, not well anyway. Now you can see these two photographs, how the black here again is very severe and very harsh. Whereas the brown, look how it blends in with the skin tone. Look how it blends in with her eyes. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
That brown on her and the gold colors look absolutely amazing. So these are the colors I would put Julia Roberts in. These are the autumn colors, the warm colors, the colors that have a little bit of warmth in there and have yellow undertones. And all those colors look absolutely fabulous against the skin tone. It's her you see, not necessarily the colors. And again, I apologize for the photograph. It probably is photoshopped. She is wearing makeup, but look at her in that color. Doesn't she look fantastic? And you cannot make somebody look that good. She wouldn't look that good in cerise pink. It just wouldn't work. So without, you know, even with all the photoshopping and all the makeup, that color just looks absolutely amazing on her. So that's how I do color analysis. Like I say, it was a very brief potted course, but it works so well because the client can see themselves as other people see them. And also you can go backwards and forwards with the different colors, so you can actually see what works and what doesn't work and why it doesn't work. Now we're going on to the 3 style secrets. Now, color analysis, body shapes and styling all go hand in hand and they all go together. But do you ever consider line, scale, hemlines? They all make a difference in how we look. Now, if we're having a look at patterns and fabrics, accessories and clothing details, we need to have a look at you and your body shape and your face shape. Some of us are very angular in our body shapes and some of us are very curvy in our body shapes. Nothing wrong with either. And this is something, as women, you say to a group of women, right, write down what parts of your body you love. And they're scratching their head and think, oh, don't know really. Okay then, well, write down what you don't like about your body. 3 full scap sheets later, because they've written lists and lists and lists of what they don't like. They don't like the legs, they don't like the tummies, they don't like the boobs, their arms, and so it goes on. We are all individuals, and that's how it should be. That's how we were made, to be individuals and all be slightly different. And it's knowing how to work that difference to make us look our best, not clones of each other, but to make us look our best. So looking at patterns and fabrics, accessories and details on clothing can make such a difference to how we feel and how we are perceived. Now, like I said, some of us are very angular in our body shapes and some of us are very curvy. If you are wrapping these 2 up as gifts and you are wrapping a box up in paper, it would work beautifully because the paper would be crisp. You could do sharp corners, nice sharp folds. You try and wrap that ball in the same paper and you've got a bit of a mess. You know, we've all done this at Christmas time. But you wrap that ball in something soft and flowing, it would wrap up so much easier. So if you're thinking of body shapes, a curvy body shape looks so much better in fabrics that are soft, that are flowing, rather than that are stiff and structured. And it's the same with somebody who has an angular body shape. They look better in angular clothes and angular patterns rather than soft, flowy patterns. So we have here, you know, all these fabrics here are all, you know, you've got the gingham check, you've got the larger check, you've got the stripes, and all these fabrics suit people who are a little bit more angular in the body shape and in the face shape as well. And it can make such a difference. It's only very small. These small things make such a difference to how you look. And then you've got your soft fabrics for somebody who's perhaps a bit more rounded, more of a curvy shape. I'm not necessarily talking about somebody being oversized, because you can have people who are a size 6 and a size 8 who are still curvy. And all these patterns would work really, really well. And it goes with accessories as well. So whether you have round toes on shoes, or whether they are pointed toes, or whether they have bows on that are angular, or whether they have floppy bows on that are more curvy, it can make such a difference. And I always say legs and shoes should match. If you're wearing no tights or a nude colored tight, then find shoes to match. So find nude colored shoes that are skin tone. They will make your legs look longer. You will find if you're wearing nude colored tights or no tights at all, and you are wearing a bright red shoe or a black shoe, it's the shoe people see and not you. And black shoes can look like a full stop on nude legs. If you're wearing black tights, opaque tights in the wintertime, or black trousers, then black shoes, black boots look a treat, because they make your legs look longer. Legs and shoes always to match, especially for special occasions. You know, I'm not saying to anybody who is into their funky shoes and their Doc Martens, you can't wear them. Of course you can wear them. But what I'm saying is, if you're wanting to make your legs look longer, and this is the effect you're looking for, then this is how you go about it. So maybe for weddings or for presentations. And it's exactly the same with accessories. So again, if you're an angular person, you might prefer to go for a square-faced watch or a square piece of jewelry. If you are more curvaceous and a curvy body shape, you might prefer to go for jewelry and watches that are round in shape and are much softer. You know, if we talk about scale now, and we're going to have a look at scale, and scale, it's so important. I think, have you all seen this? Remember at school, have you seen this puzzle? I don't know, you can't call it a puzzle really, can you? This optical illusion. Those two center circles are both exactly the same size, but look how different they are when the circles around the edge are of different sizes. And that's what I'm talking about. It's keeping patterns in proportion with your body size. Now, I deal mainly with petite women, not exclusively, but I work with petite women because myself, I'm only 4'10", 4'11", 4'11" on a good day. And the average height of a woman in the UK is 5'3", which puts her in the petite range. The phrase petite refers to height and not body size. So a petite woman who is 5'3" or less, the manufacturers, they make clothes for women of an average height of 5'6". So you can see immediately how a dress for somebody at 5'6" would not fit somebody who was 4'10". Not just hem length and sleeve length, but the waist will be in the wrong place. The pattern may be too big. The pockets may be too big. Conversely, a woman who is 5'8" and over, maybe 6 foot tall, put her in something that is a very, very small pattern, it's going to look completely out of proportion. Also, again, she might have the waist, again, probably in the wrong place, but it'd be too high this time instead of being too low. Now, we've all been shopping and we've come away, nothing's fitted, and we've blamed ourselves. We're the ones at fault. We're the ones that don't fit the norm. There is no norm. We are all different, and that's how it's supposed to be. So, like I say, we've all been shopping, we've all come home and thought, why do I bother? I'll have to find, if I find something that fits, that'll do. We've all done it. That's not the case. So looking at scale and patterns, you can see in the middle there is the girl wearing the white dress with the large red flowers on it. Now, that would suit somebody who is quite tall, but not for somebody who's short. The check, again, that would suit somebody who is taller rather than shorter. The smaller animal print and the small prints on the left-hand side that are just fabric pieces, they would suit somebody who is smaller. So take into account when you're looking for garments and you're looking for clothes, take into account the pattern, because it does make a difference. And it's the same with jewelry. Don't buy anything. If you are over 5'8", I knew a woman, a Danish woman. She was a good 6 foot tall, and she was quite broad woman, quite a big woman. She wore huge necklaces, and they looked absolutely stunning. They would have looked ridiculous on me, and tiny necklaces on her would have looked absolutely hopeless. So it's all about scale and proportion. So always think about that when you're looking for clothes and jewelry. So here we are, you know, there's small necklaces, there's dainty shoes, there's clumpy shoes, there's big collars on. It was earlier this year that there became a fashion for huge collars on dresses, and absolutely fine, again, if you're a tall woman, but if you were of average height or smaller, all you saw was the collar and not the person. And it's you we want people to see, not necessarily what you're wearing. Now, every time there's a hemline on your, whatever it is you're wearing, whether it's trousers, t-shirts, so it's sleeve hems, necklines, t-shirt hems, skirt hems, dress hems, the lot, your eye actually stops just for a millisecond longer at that break. So if you think of a t-shirt ending on the widest part of your hips, it'll make your hips look wide, and it's a contrasting color to your bottoms, it'll make your hips look wider. This is why the bog standard crew neck short sleeve t-shirt is not always flattering. Now, we've all seen the advert, the Diet Coke advert, you know, where he's wearing the t-shirt and he takes it off and he's got this huge, broad, muscular chest. The t-shirt emphasizes that because the sleeves end right on the widest part of his chest. He has a horizontal line at the neck, another horizontal line at the chest. This goes for us too, ladies. So if you're wearing a crew neck t-shirt, let's, for argument's sake, a white one, and the sleeve ends on the widest part of your body at your bust height, and it's got a high neck, it'll make your bust look bigger, and it's not always flattering. If you wear a jacket over the top or a loose scarf on it to break up and bring down a vertical line, that will break it up, but it can look so unflattering. Crew neck t-shirts can be very, very cruel. Look for either sleeveless or elbow length, much more flattering. Your elbows end round about your waist. So if you're wearing a shirt, roll up the shirt to your elbow. You are then creating a horizontal line round about your waist length, waist height, which is more flattering than if you have a full length sleeve and it ends on the widest part of your hips. Excuse me. So hemlines. So you can see here, the girl with the brown shoulder bag and the shoes, you can see these horizontal lines. There's a horizontal line around her ankles. There's a horizontal line just above her hips where the jacket ends. The bag ends on her hips again, and it all gives this illusion. She's probably a size 4, but it gives the illusion of all these horizontal lines, which makes it look slightly messy. The girl who wearing the Oxford bags, the wide trousers, her legs look as if they go on forever because they're actually covering her shoes, and her shoes and trousers match. The horizontal line she has there is where the sleeve ends. And can you see what I was saying about the sleeve ending round about the waist height rather than the bust height? So the horizontal lines you have there is where the sleeve ends, the hem of the sweater ends, and the sleeves on the blouse underneath. Capri trousers can be extremely unflattering. They need to end on the narrowest part of your leg. This goes for dresses and skirts too. I've styled young women and put them in a pencil skirt. Oh, I'm not wearing that. It looks really frumpy. And yes, it did. As soon as I shortened it, just pinned it up by about 1/2 inch, that was all what needed. So it was nearer the narrowest part of a leg, which was just round about knee length. Then all of a sudden, oh yeah, oh, that looks really nice. It makes a difference. So if you're wearing a long skirt, don't have it ending, or a calf length skirt, don't have it ending on your calves at the widest part of your leg, either below that point or above it. And because of my screen, I can't actually see the other one. So you tell me. The one that I can't see, the one on my right-hand side of the screen, I think she's wearing stripy trousers. Can I just move that? I can move that, look. Can you see how flattering they look?
Yeah.
Vertical lines, which is what we're aiming for. It fits just below her hips. I would suggest on a lot of women, you're better off with trousers high rise that end on your waist, make your legs look longer. They are now nice and wide, and they are down to the floor, which makes the legs look longer, which is brilliant. Just move that back. It's all right having it, you know, I've got everybody down the side of my screen. I can't always see my full screen. Oh. Oh.
I think
that's it. And it still works again with, you know, like I was saying about t-shirts. The white t-shirt on the left there, the sleeve, it's a scoop neck, which is much more flattering than a high neck. Again, a blouse on t-shirt, slightly longer sleeves makes such a difference. But again, you have that horizontal line right at the waist. If that's the image you're going for, brilliant. I mean, what would look really nice with that is a jacket in the similar color to the jeans, and it would elongate. You then have a column of color making you look taller. The next picture, the cropped, the capped sleeve there, they're not always flattering to older ladies. I like a cap sleeve, but I have to be very careful how I wear them because it can make my arms look very, very big. Again, it's a nice scoop neck. It's nice and open. But again, wear that with a white jacket, it would look stunning. But you can see the blouse with the black trousers, the V-necked blouse, how that V draws you down. You've then got that vertical line again. The sleeves are ending on the waist, and that is so flattering, and it's nice and soft. Beautifully soft fabric, makes all the difference. Now, basically, these two are the same dress, but you can see how the one with the tie belt is much more flattering than the one that isn't, because it gives the body shape. Rather than having it just very loose, there were the tea dresses that were out and not very flattering at all. The youngsters like them. Young people, you see them wearing them and they can get away with them. But I think once you get over a certain age, they can be difficult to wear. If you have one, don't despair. Try it with a belt. Try it with a toning belt rather than a belt of a contrasting colour. But yeah, I think it's quite interesting. And I mentioned about the column of colour. If you wear top and bottom very similar, they make you look so much taller. So the outfit, this outfit here, I think is absolutely stunning. I mean, there's beautiful autumn colours, and the same with this outfit as well. The autumn colours look absolutely stunning, and how lean and much longer they look than if that jacket was taken off, she would be cut in half. But because she's got that jacket, it makes it a column of colour. And it's the same with this white coat jacket. It is a dress, I think. How it and the nude shoes as well, what a difference it makes. And if I just move everybody across, and again, you know, we've just got blues here, just casual wear, a little cami, a cardigan, and just jeans. But it's the column of colour, and it creates the length rather than having a horizontal break. Oh, wait a minute. It's shouting at me again. So again, we have columns of colour here. I think this poncho here, I think that outfit looks absolutely amazing. And can you see how the boots and the trousers would look too short if she was wearing a nude shoe or she was wearing a coloured shoe. But because the black boot and the black trouser are the same colour, it creates that column of colour again. And you've got the contrast with this gorgeous poncho cape over the top. I think that looks absolutely stunning. Somebody, you know, wearing for somebody who is tall, it would be too much for me, but for somebody who is tall, look fabulous. Again, you've got this beautiful, this deep V here, which creates this vertical line, which is what you're wanting. The jacket is below the widest part of the hips, which makes such a difference, as does this one as well. Again, it's below the widest part of the hips, and you've got that lovely deep V. Nude shoes, ladies, I've mentioned this and what a difference they make. You know, nude tights or no tights at all, shoes, they vanish. So it helps create this long line and makes your legs look longer. You can see what a column of colour here. It looks absolutely stunning. These crop trousers here, you can see they're not on the widest part of her leg. And she's got nice nude shoes on as well, which again create that length. And here's a prime example of what not to do. The jacket ends on the widest part of the hips. The collar is the first thing you see. Look at the size of the collar in relation to her face. And the pockets in relation to her face. It's just overpowering. A bag resting right on her hips. The skirt ending on the widest part of her legs. And then you've got, I think they're boots. I don't think it's trousers. I don't think the socks and shoes, but the boots, again, creating another horizontal line. So you have the horizontal line, the collar, you have again at the pockets, the sleeves, which end just below the widest part there. You've got the end of the jacket, which is on the widest part of her hips. Then you've got the skirt on the widest part of her legs and boots. So you can see what a difference it makes from looking elegant to looking a bit of a mismatch. Right, there's lots of you there to think about. But just think, just when you're going shopping, you don't have to think about all of it. Just think about some of it. And at the end of the day, if you're buying something and you feel good in it, that's what counts. It's how you feel when you're wearing it. And you know when you find something that works really well for you and the colors right and the styles right, and you have this stupid grin on your face because you know it works. So that's me. That's Chris Jones. That's what I do. And I absolutely love it, as you can tell. For those that, I'll stop sharing the screen now. For those of you who are interested in any of my services, then if you book a free call between now and the weekend, I'm offering an online colour analysis for £150. You can book it whenever you want, but if you can just give me a call before the weekend, before Sunday, then I'll give you that. If you would like a full colour and styling experience, then I'm offering that at £450. Both of them, you will get a wardrobe ebook on how to clear out your wardrobe and how to sort out your wardrobe, including investment dressing, capsule wardrobes, how to build them, whether you're a stay-at-home mum or whether you're working or for holidays, investment dressing. You will also, for a colour analysis, you will get a digital swatch that you can download on your phone that you can take shopping with you. If you're doing the styling as well, I will build a curated wardrobe for you from stores, from your favorite stores, as well as stores that I know, and I'll find you clothes for all your occasions, 30 to 40 garments in the colors and styles that work for you and your body shape. So if you're interested or you just want to have a chat, go over to my website. I think you can see my details behind me. Just click onto my website and book a call, and I'm here to help. I hope that's been of interest.
That's been so interesting, Christine. Really, really interesting. Things that I have never thought about before. I don't know about you ladies, but please could you add your website link, because I can't see it myself. So just
okay, wait a minute, if I can just and then if you go onto cjstylist.com shop, you could buy a copy of my ebook, which is about the wardrobe ebook on how to have a fabulous wardrobe, how to make a fabulous wardrobe. But my website is okay. Everybody got that?
I don't think it's come up in the chat, Christine.
Oh, it has now.
Yeah.
Has now. Yeah.
Stylist.com. Okay, brilliant.
Okay.
From here.
Any questions, anybody?
There's a lot of comments in the chat. Sorry, I'm just writing it down.
It's okay, because actually I didn't see the chat.
Chris,
So,
how do you assess body shape when we're just only head and shoulders on the screen?
I would need I ask for a selfie of you wearing, or the client wearing, either leggings or very tight trousers, or and a close-fitting vest top, and then I have a full photograph, front, side, and back, and I can work from that.
Right. Okay.
So there's no need to. I don't want measurements, because that's the last thing the majority of women want. They don't share my measurements, they're mine. So none of that at all. I mean, obviously I need to know dress size. There is a questionnaire as well. So about your lifestyle. It's your lifestyle now, because since COVID, all our lifestyles have changed. That they're not, if you're working in a corporate environment, corporate wear has changed. If you're at home, our lifestyles have just changed completely. We're on Zoom a lot. So for those of us who are on Zoom, providing you're smart from the waist up, you can wear your PJs and all these sorts of things. It makes a difference. So has that helped?
Very much.
Yeah, excellent. I've got one more question. I had my colours done many years ago, And I'm just wondering, now that I'm grey, I wasn't grey obviously a long time ago. Do we change? Does our skin tone change as we age?
It can do, because our skin tone gets lighter. You know, our lips become, isn't it wonderful getting older? Our lips become slightly thinner and paler. Our skin tone lightens, we become fairer, our skin becomes more translucent. And on the other hand, it can become more ruddy as well, depending on, so yes, after, long story short, yes, it can change slightly. Not always, but sometimes it can, yes.
That's really interesting. I think, Elaine, you look really good in black. Is that right, Christine? I think you look amazing in black, Elaine.
Christine isn't commenting, but I'm happy in black, and I'm a winter, by the way. I'm a dual winter, I think it was, or something, some form of winter. I was given the label of.
Winters can wear black, yes. Yeah.
And also the chunky jewellery, and I can wear silver or gold. Not that I wear either of them these days, but apparently not every style can wear silver or gold. Some of them are different. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a summer, and I gold just doesn't do me any favors at all. I look much better in silver. Yeah.
Wow, really, I would love to know what mine is. Yeah.
I've just seen a comment. Somebody's just saying that never owned any nude shoes. An excuse.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Go out and buy some. Go and get some. They're essential.
There's not a lot of point. I can't wear heels of any description now. I've shrunk 2.5 inches in height over the years, and I've got a dodgy back. I just can't wear heels. So I'm in soft things.
Flat nude pumps. Look, you can get some fabulous ones out there. Some beautiful.
Can you?
Ones.
I've never looked. Okay, I'll trust your judgment.
Yes.
Maybe I'll have a look.
Yeah, and Christine, what do you think of like nude trainers, for instance, with the new trend with dresses, which would have seemed odd some years ago, but some of the looks can be really attractive, I think. What do you think?
Personally, I don't like them, but then it could be something to do with my age. Because I tend to think that if you're wearing a floaty dress and you're wearing clumpy shoes, it's out of sync with the dress. Everybody else may think completely differently to me, and that's why we're all individuals. Yeah, I wear trainers, but I generally wear my trainers with jeans or wide leg pants or something, and I've got grey ones, black ones, navy ones. I've got all sorts. For those of you who are on the shorter side, the petite side, you can get trainers now that have a hidden wedge inside that just give you that extra little bit of height. It's not a lot, and they are so comfortable. They're worth trying. Again, if I'm wearing jeans and I'm wearing my trainers, I will generally wear my navy trainers with navy jeans, only because I am short and I love white trainers, and I was desperate to get a pair of white trainers when they first came out. I did get a pair, I put them on, and I felt as if all you could see were these two white clodhoppers walking towards you. You saw the shoe, you didn't see me, you saw the shoes.
Yeah, it's interesting what you say about the dresses and the trainers, because I've never done it and I don't feel comfortable doing it, but some women can pull it off really well.
You're right, some women can.
Yeah. So what heights, Jenny is asking, what heights would you wear with red shoes?
What, say again, sorry?
What tights?
What are the red shoes? Nude ones. If you wore black tights, you could wear red tights. If you were, now there's a thought. You could wear a black skirt. I'm talking winter now. Black skirt, black polo neck, red tights, red shoes, and a red belt on between the skirt and the top. Wow. And maybe a red necklace.
That's your Christmas look, Jen, for the next party? Love it. It's so interesting. I love it. It's just given me so much to think about. I'm sure.
It's you want to think about, I mean, we're talking about size, about handbags as well. I love big handbags. And the trouble is, I put a big handbag on my shoulder. You see the handbag walking in, closely followed by me. I'm attached to this bag and it looks ridiculous. So I'm much better finding bags that are slightly smaller. And it's the same way with a taller woman who is maybe much broader. She can wear carry a big handbag, a big tote bag, and look absolutely fantastic. But if she has a little crossbody bag that's this size, could look ridiculous.
So I'm going to be spying on people tomorrow. That's what I'll be doing, and on myself. Oh wow!
What you were saying about the neckline as well, I find this neckline I'm very comfortable with. But if I wear something, I don't wear ordinary t-shirts because the neckline just up here just doesn't suit me, and I feel like an old frump. And also the sleeves, like you were saying, I wear the longer sleeves, so. Yeah, it's just a case of working out but as you say, when you know if you look, you know by how you feel and how you look, the two are interchangeable, aren't they? They're together.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I mean, I remember saying to one particular client about the t-shirts, and she said, "Do you know, I've bought so many t-shirts and wondered why I never looked right in any of them." And that's why, because the high necked and the sleeves end right, and she was quite a large busted lady, and they ended right on a bust, which made her look even bigger.
Yeah, those horrible polo things that lots of people wear, they just look ridiculous on me. Absolutely, just hopeless.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I highly recommend having a session with you, Christine. One of the best things I did years ago, I can literally go into my wardrobe blindfolded, and then whatever I pick up will go with the next thing on the hanger and everything. It's definitely worth doing.
Do you know what? I have never yet heard of anybody who's regretted learning what colours work for them. I've worked with several men as well, and they've said, "Oh God, shopping's brilliant, so easy." They just go to this rail and they can leave all that behind. Shopping takes half the time. I've heard wives say the husbands think it's brilliant because they can go shopping in half the time that they could before.
I introduced a man friend of mine to the person who did my colours, and as a result, he got some dates and is now married.
Oh, well, could you find me one then, please?
That's amazing. Susie's asking, Christine, what about hats? Are they okay for shorter ladies? I like to wear hats in winter, Susie said.
In winter, I always get out my trusty bobble hat, mainly because it's got a bobble on and it gives me that extra little bit of height. When it's really cold and the weather is really bad, ladies, don't give a toss. Get warm. Make sure you're warm, you're dry, and you're comfortable. And if you're wearing a hat and you look a little bit of a bugger, who cares? You're warm.
Yeah, I thank you. I would say the same. My husband has a reputation in our area because he wears his bubble hat all year round, bless him. So yeah. Oh, thank you so much. It's been amazing. I can't wait for tomorrow. Seriously, to go out and go up to people and say, "Hi, you've got too many horizontal lines." Amazing.
Well, listen, if anybody would like to talk to me, either because I know there's a message here from, and I don't know who it's from. Elaine, is it?
Yes, I host a podcast, but also I host a health club, and I'm always looking for speakers. It'd be lovely for you to come along and speak to the group sometime.
I'd love to. Can you send me an email?
Yes, I will. Yes, I'm saving the chat, so I'll be in contact.
It's I don't know. There we go. There's my email address for anybody who wants to send me an email, like I say, if you go onto my website, you'll be able to book a call. You know, if you just want to chat, or you just want to ask about something, it's totally free, and I don't mind at all.
Thank you.
Brilliant. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Christine. I'm excited. I hope you girls are too, to go and think about what you're going to wear tomorrow. And yeah, thank you. Somebody's asking for the recording, so once it's ready, then we'll share it with others as well.
Yeah, it's fine. That'll be on YouTube, you say?
Yes, so Chloe's got a channel of all of us, because as you know, we are all about nutrition and wellness in the group, and we just do various wellness events to encourage people to look at health holistically, including, you know, how you look and
Yeah.
feel. So yes, so we can share that link with you once it's ready.
Because don't forget, it's not all about how people perceive you, but it's how you feel yourself inside. So, you know, if you know you're looking good, it honestly, it makes such a difference. It's well, I mean, let's face it, we all like a compliment, don't we?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Chloe. I'm not sure whether you're there. I think you said Andy's on a call. Where's Chloe's comment? Can't see it. Anyway, we'll close the call and then Chloe will deal with it once it's ready.
Where are you based, Chris?
I'm based near York. But like I said, I do everything online now. After COVID, I learned how to do colours and style online, and like a lot of companies.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, ladies.
Yeah, thank you,
Christine.
ladies. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, massive.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Good
Bye.
night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Have a good evening, everybody. Good
Thank you.
night.
Thank you.